Hey guys, Marty from Team Peace and Pass doing our January Grand Archive Market Watch. Wanted to start off with Alchemical Revolution Alter Edition, being that it's been out for a couple weeks now. Kind of was waiting for some product to get open, see where they actually settle ish at. You can see cards like Temptation Facade being a one of that is sitting under the $13 mark. Frozen Dismissal. People are main decking a couple, side decking some for the ally matchups. So that one's settling into like the $20 range. When it comes to that, so like, and then afterwards you can look at something like the top of the leaderboard, which is Vanitas Dominus Rex. This one is sitting at the $28 mark. Ascent Utrecht really kind of took off with people playing Vanitas as the champion, and then playing a few win cards like Innervate Agility, things like that, to really kind of utilize Scepter Illumina. Horda counter, it's your most expensive four of. RE decks are playing it, obviously sacrificing the herbs and playing certain cards to really kind of make people pay for stuff. But it also with the alter cards really did a really good job of kind of bringing those down a little bit. Carter, Scry the Skies, Temporal Spectrometer, Magebane Lash, Eternal Kingdom, and Astrolabe, and even Gloamspire Lance. All of those have kind of gone down a little bit in price. You have the alter artwork now that you can decide and choose between, or you can go with the original set from Alchemical Revolution there as well. A lot of the other cards afterwards are, sub $10, Perdition, and then like your Undertows and Scouts and things like that. Those are kind of settling underneath the, the $6-7 or lower mark for that. So Alter did a really good job of having some cards that, pique the interest of people, but then at the same time you have some really cheap, cost-efficient options for some of the decks. Prowler, Nico, Polcock, things like that. So... But overall, it did a really good job. Some new cards that kind of became meta relevant, and then some of those things, and then obviously some cheaper ones to kind of buff some other decks and things like that. So I think the set did a really good job introducing some new cards, reprinting some of the other stuff, and kind of taking over. Speaking of Alchemical Revolution, you can kind of see some of the other cards that didn't get the alter artwork. Carter used to be 36, he's down to 23. Gloamspire Market used to be 25. Academy Guide used to be 30. So it did a really good job of kind of bringing some of those down. Rose, things like that. But and overall, that's one thing that you want to keep in mind with some of them that were the super rares. They got that little bit of a cooldown. Astroseal is one of the only ones that, got bought out right before Alter Edition got released. So still sitting at about $21. It got bought out before the Alter release, so kind of what's on the market realistically is mostly just Alter editions being posted from that. Otherwise, that card would be astronomically expensive right now. Rose did also a good job, kind of cooling down just a smidge, but now people are able to open a little bit more from that. So, moving on over, MRC buyouts still continue to happen. You have backup chargers hitting 90. I mean, the last time that we took a look at these, they were $60-$70 roughly in that price point range from the last time we recorded. So they continue to go up. MRC is getting its reprint in May. Same thing with Icebound Slam being an MRC card. Water taking off. They were sitting in the 30s and now they're 45 to 50. So again, another Icebound Slam buyout. And then Seaside Ringleader has actually gone up in price too. It was settling in the $13-$14 range the last time that we did a video, and you got a few listed for 20s, and then they're just gone. So all that water support, including the Tideholder Claymore at 30. All those cards are being played in water being the strongest deck right now. That's the reason why we're seeing that. Sylvie Nico, obviously, with the Ringleader and stuff like that, it's a really good card for the draw. So all of these with the MRC, they're going to take over. We're going to get reprints come May, so that will definitely help cool things down for that. Taking a look at Blanche. Blanche from FTC. It was in the $10 mark. It's kind of gone up. We're sitting at the $17 price range for Blanche. I mean, obviously, the protection clause of it, being able to fast action it while you're at level 2, giving that protection from spell cards and things like that. So, also another FTC card to consider is the the Quicksilver Girl from Fractured Crown. It was in the 40s and it's just continued to go up. Right now, you got one listed at 75. Afterwards, you're looking at $90. Fractured Crown being one of the really cheaper sets of the game. I was at the regional and you were able to buy them for $40. Your biggest thing you want to look at when you're looking at Fractured Crown is that there's not this huge amount of profit in it, obviously with cards with pull rates and everything, but you can still buy them online for $45. You can open some of the CSRs that are obviously, up there in price, but afterwards it's really just, it's Grail, and then some of those foiled etch, Alter, super rare, Drawn Blade, sort of Seeking, things like that. And then it's Blanche. So everything's like $20 if you open one of those, but then it's just Blanche and Quicksilver Grail that are that. Afterwards, you got a few Serene Spirits in the $8 to $10 mark. You got Incarnate Magistry, Fracture Eyes. Those are $5, $6, $7, but you're not opening a lot of multiples of those. And so that's what we're kind of seeing with the Fractured Crown end of things. The last one I wanted to go over was Excalibur Cleansing Lens. This card is getting bought out. It is a Luxem card. Obviously, Gojira is a Luxem Tamer. So obviously with Excalibur, it's one of the few cards that doesn't have a class bonus for Assassin. So we look at, the first edition, you got one for 15, and then you got a foil one for 221. So this is another card that's been getting bought out. Now, do I see them possibly putting this in the Recollection deck? It's a very strong possibility, for sure. I think that, it could be in there and kind of help bring that down with everyone getting, 3 or 4 copies of it in the Recollection decks, since it is a non-targeting destroy that object. So overall, it's a lot of just MRC that's still continuing to get bought out. Obviously, ALC's kind of cooled down a little bit, but then we got some new cards that are being introduced with everything. So that overall is your market watch with everything. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to take a look at our video. As always, like, comment, and subscribe for more content. And as always, from Team Peace and Pass, peace out, guys. Thank you.